Alright guys, so today we're taking a look at the Roomba 105 combination vacuum and mop that includes the AutoEmpty dock. So we're going to take a look at all the features that it comes with today, what it can do. I'm going to show you how to set things up, and I'm going to show you a quick demonstration of how to clean the rooms in your house. So let's talk about the features first. Of course, one of the main features here is going to be that AutoEmpty capability. So this guy would essentially suction out the dirt from the dustbin and this through this chamber hole here. And if we take a look inside, you'll see that there's going to be this bag. And then you can empty this bag out once it's completely full, just like that. Replace it. And then you can just put it right back like so. But if you are just wanting to manually empty out the robot yourself, you can just by removing this here. And then you can just flip this open. And that's going to be the dustbin right there for you. You can also clean out the filter if you'd like. Real easily, just open up that door, take it out, or even replace it. Alright, so as far as the mopping feature, you're going to take this same dustbin and you'll see these two holes, and that's where you're going to attach this mop plate. So on this mop plate, you'll see the mopping pad. It's Velcroed on and kind of attached, looped over the back end here. And you would just click this in to the dustbin like so. And as far as the water, you'll see there's a little flap here that you can just open up and fill that with water. And then you can just go ahead and put this right back on and you're good to go. The nice thing about the mops is that there is a second one, so if you get really dirty on one, you don't have to wait to wash it to continue cleaning. You can also just use cold water. You don't have to use the solution. Cold water will work for the mop. This dock is also going to be its charging station, so you'll see the contact points here. Right on top of here, you can see this little knob, so that's the LiDAR navigation. That's how it's going to map all your rooms. It does also come with this bumper. So this bumper is a great feature because as you can see, it actually will go in a little bit, and how it works is if it bumps up against something like, let's say, a chair, it'll actually purposely bump up against it so that it can then sense and kind of feel its way around. That way it can get right up to the edge of, say, the feet and clean within those small crevices instead of just completely avoiding the chair altogether. So if you have stairs in your house, this also does have drop-off sensors. There's 3 of them right towards the front there. And as you can see in this video, it works very well. It's avoided dropping off this table here. So you don't have to worry about this thing hurting itself down the stairs. As far as the physical installation of this thing, it's really incredibly easy. It's literally just a matter of attaching this spinner brush here. So you just click it in, and then you're basically good to go to start setting things up and mapping your house out through the app. And that spinner brush, of course, is going to be key to getting all the way up to the edge of your floor next to the wall. If you need to clean the brush roll as well, that's super easy as well. You just open this latch here, and you can take the brush roll out real easy like that. It also does come with a brush to help clean the filter, and on the other side of that tool is a hair cutting tool to help get rid of the hair that gets caught in the brush roll. Alright, so those are basically all the features that comes with this guy. So I'm going to show you how to get things set up in the app as far as mapping. I'll show you a bit of a cleaning demonstration as well. So let's go into the kitchen now. Alright, so once you get to the step of mapping, you can pretty much do everything else right through the app. So it's going to prompt you to create a map. So you'll just start there. It'll let you know to pick up obstacles to make it the most efficient at mapping. Then you can just go ahead and click create a map, and then it'll just do its thing. And so the nice thing about this mapping is that it's not going to, cover every single square inch, so it won't take too long. It won't take the same amount as if it was cleaning the floor. All right, and once the mapping is done, it'll find its way back home to the dock and then back up into it to charge. All right, so now that you got your mapping done, you'll see that it kind of defaults to dividing the map up into rooms all on its own, but you can indeed go ahead and edit all of that if you want. So let's say for room 1, we like the way it is, but we want to split it into a part for a kitchen. So we can click on split, and then we can just move this bar here, and then boom, you can split that room. And there you go. Now it's a room 5, so we'll consider room 5 the kitchen. And here's a really cool thing, because you can even divide it up even further using what's called the clean zones and the keep out zones. So if there's a particular area that gets a lot of high traffic, you can just kind of assign that area as a clean zone. And then it's as easy as just clicking into clean zone, clicking custom zone, and you'll see this blue square pop up. And you can just edit that by moving your finger and dragging it along and making it larger, smaller, and moving it that way. You also have the option to add keep out zones. That's areas where you may never want it to get vacuumed. So you can just click on keep out zone, Same thing, just drag that square up and down, and now you have a keep out zone. But as far as the basics of cleaning, so what you essentially want to do is create a routine for your robot. So if you go into create a new routine, you'll see you have the option to create a cleaning profile. This is basically how strong you want the cleaning to be. So we can just click on normal, and then you'll see here the option to choose any particular room that you would want to get cleaned. So if we just click on room 1, it'll add it to the where to clean section. Click on room 5, the same thing. And then you'll see the gear settings to the right, so that's where you can adjust specifically for each room how you want to clean. So if you wanted to just mop or vacuum, you can change the suction power and even the amount of cleaning passes. If you make a mistake, you can just slide to the left, and there you go. So we only have room 5. And then you can click on that Start Now button, and as you'll see here, the robot will power itself up. It's going to calibrate its location just to make sure it knows where it is. And so we told it to clean room 5. So again, that's going to be this kitchen right here. So let's see it in action. And already it's doing a great job. Look how it goes all the way up to the edge. Let's make sure it cleans very thoroughly. And would you look at that? As you saw on our map, we had designated this area as a keep out zone. And what is it doing? It's definitely keeping out of it and just sticking to that half of the kitchen. All right, and as you can see, as I went to empty this dustbin out, you can definitely see all the nastiness that it sucked up. All right, so now that we vacuumed, I'm going to test out the mop feature as well. Now, kind of the nice thing is that you will see that you can mop and vacuum at the same time. So to save some time, you can do that. But since we've already vacuumed, we'll just try the mop-only feature, see how well that works. All right, so we'll go into our app here. We'll create that new routine. We'll choose room 5. Let's try deep. And then we'll click on the gear settings, and we'll switch that to mop only. We'll choose high for liquid amount. Why not? 2 passes, sure. SmartScrub, why not? All right, let's test this thing. Save changes, and then start now. Oh, so that's pretty cool. So here you'll see it's going back and forth for a nice thorough clean. All right, just to show you how well the mop worked. So this towel over here was a spot where it did not mop at all. And then here is where it had mopped over the kitchen. So you can kind of tell the difference there. All right, now let's test the power of the vacuum on some food items on the floor. So I've got a couple food items here on the floor, kind of increasing in difficulty. So starting off over here, we've got popcorn, so dry, light, and fluffy. Next to that would be some shredded lettuce, so a little wetter item that might get stuck to the floor. Let's see how it does with that. Same kind of idea with the cheese here, the shredded cheese. And then the last row, we have a couple apple slices, or something heavier and bulkier and kind of mushy and wet. So let's see how well this Roomba does at cleaning this stuff up. The Roomba does also clean carpets, so let's see how well it does in this scenario as well. Alright guys, so I hope you found that useful and helps you make a decision on whether this will be right for you today, so definitely check it out.